Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the Indiana State Police Roadshow. I'm your host, Sergeant John Ryan, Public Information Officer for the Indiana State Police Indianapolis District. The Roadshow is brought to you each and every week by the Indiana State Police Alliance and Cops for Kids, a subsidiary of the State Police Alliance. For more information about our sponsor, you can visit them at www.indianasfinest.com. We want to thank our good friend Tom Trial for all his efforts that he does behind the camera to put us on YouTube each and every week. I encourage you to go onto YouTube, search for the Indiana State Police YouTube channel, and check out all the great things that Tom has put on there. Historical videos. You could be entertained for hours. So turn off the other streaming devices and watch the Indiana State Police YouTube channel. And thanks to our partners at Network Indiana and MS Communications for getting us on the air each and every week. We do appreciate their efforts. Miss Terry Stacy, Matt Hiblin, and Kyle Knezovich work so hard so that you can hear our great stories from the Indiana State Police Roadshow. And my guest today, so happy to have him back because we had such a great conversation last time. Mr. Michael Martin Drain from the Indiana Department of Corrections. And we're here to talk about the HIRE program and why it's so important that when the offenders leave the Department of Corrections, that they're capable, willing, and prepared to be a contributing member of our society. And so, first of all, let's give an overview of the HIRE program.
Sure, absolutely. First and foremost, it's wonderful to be back. We really appreciate it. The HIRE program, what do we do in a nutshell? We help individuals with felony convictions get employment. Okay. The Department of Correction has been wonderful. Commissioner Carter, Director Carrie Heck have all been wonderful with just helping us get the program together. As you know, before we actually came over from the Department of Workforce Development over to DOC in 2019. So we're now a good year in. So things have been pretty wonderful. So HIRE, just in a nutshell, we help individuals that are incarcerated get employment. This could either be from a pre-release standpoint. So these could be individuals who have certifications such as CNC, welding, the last mile, which is our computer coding program. And they could come with us. We have a 2-day HIRE Academy with them. That 2-day HIRE Academy goes over conflict resolution, resume, application, community resources, a lot of things to sort of help them with those soft skills so that they are, competitive in the market. So we'll work with them from a pre-release standpoint, meaning, hey, while you're here, we're going to try and set you up with employment. So when you get out within a week, you're already working. Okay. We also help people with post-release employment, which are individuals who are currently out on parole. We're also looking to expand in probation coming up pretty soon as well too. So we help them even from that standpoint as well.
Yeah, I think we can understand naturally the hesitation of a business or a company to hire somebody, a convicted felon, especially somebody that's been maybe incarcerated for quite a time.
Yes.
And so what you guys are doing is bridging that gap. You're kind of coming in and saying, hey, we stand behind this person. We will vouch for them.
You're correct.
And we understand you're taking a chance on them, but trust us, you're getting a good employee.
Yes. We have a pretty stringent vetting system. We're looking at past conduct reports. We're looking at if they've even came through and even had deliverables for us, such as, have you completed that resume? Have you set up a meeting? Have you showed up on time? We're looking at all of that. Do you have a support system? We're identifying barriers as well, too, to see, hey, the likelihood of this individual being successful, what is that going to look like if I get him placed with a partner business that I've had a relationship for a while? Our reputation is on the line, so we want to be sure that we're delivering good quality people to these businesses around the full state of Indiana.
And do you guys have people that continue to mentor these folks, even at months, weeks, years into the process that, both the company and the employee can kind of contact you and say, hey, we need some help or need this. Is that correct?
Absolutely. We have a partnership now with a huge manufacturer in Bartholomew County, where not only are we helping to connect them with employment, but then there's also a mentorship developed as well, too, with that. So when they're released, we've already worked with them. We work with them for a full year, so we're not just throwing them out there. So when they get released, they're getting tied in quickly to that mentorship, and then they're also working with an employer that understands their barriers that they have as well too. So it's one of those things where it's they're getting paid, but then there's also accountability attached to that, because we want to see them move from that A job, that better job, to a career and a living wage. That's just one of our highlights that we want to be sure that we're delivering for these individuals.
And I think that's important to ensure that they don't come back to the
That's
Department of
correct,
Corrections,
right.
is giving somebody a career with a living wage.
Absolutely, because I don't want to see them.
Yeah,
I want to see them in the
right?
grocery
But
store
that's right.
shopping. I want to see them out, taking care of their children, being productive members of society. So we're going to work with them as much as possible to, be sure that, they don't come back.
And that is cool because we know that these businesses are taking a chance on this person. But, if you're looking for employees and you're having a hard time finding that, you guys aren't just giving people uneducated employees. You're well-trained, certified
Absolutely.
people that coming out of the Department of Corrections, and they're ready for a career. They're ready for a
That's
job.
correct. Yeah. Every facility in the state has been amazing at being sure that individuals who have completed certifications within their facility are going through our higher academies or meeting one-on-ones with our coordinators. They've been amazing at that because so then it's one of those things where we're looking at talent right away. We're looking at someone that has either the potential or has had that, that long-running work history that may have made a mistake. We're looking at those people. We're molding them to get them back into society quickly. Like I've said before, we do that with pre-release placements and also post as well too.
So if there's a company out there that's saying, "Hey, I like the sounds of this program. How do I get involved? I want to, as I own a business, I want to contact Michael Martin Drain and say, hey, I want to hire somebody." Well, how do they do that?
They can do that by either going on the state website and just looking up either Hoosier Initiative for Reentry, which is hire. So if they do a basic Google search, they can find that as well too. We also have a wonderful LinkedIn page, which we are very connected with the public on that pretty much 24/7. We're always putting posts up there. Right now, we are coming out and letting businesses know that, hey, we're doing taped virtual job fairs. We're doing these virtual job fairs. We're recording these job fairs, and then we are posting them to our qualified candidates, their tablets within DOC. So these are people that if they have their tablets there, they can actually look and review that job fair. If that's something that, that they're interested in, then they contact a coordinator and we get them hooked up with that business. So we're doing that virtually now.
So a Google search for Indiana Hire, that's HIRE.
That's correct.
Program.
Mm-hmm.
They can probably get to it through the State of Indiana website.
That's
I can
correct.
imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And then also on LinkedIn. What's how do they find you on LinkedIn?
LinkedIn, Hoosier Initiative for Reentry, or even the Hire program.
Okay,
They'll find us
Hoosier
as well,
Initiative
too.
for Reentry,
Yeah.
or Hire, HIRE. So,
That's correct.
So what a great program. You have to have some success stories that you can share. So give us an idea of how all of your efforts have made you feel good on a personal level. For
This is probably the most rewarding job I've ever had because it allows me to give back. It allows me to work with candidates. It allows my coordinators to be able to work with candidates as well too. Going through what occurred with COVID, we're still going through that right now, COVID-19. We have had a lot of businesses reach out to us and say, hey, we're ready to get back in the game of hiring. And we had one such candidate over at Heritage Trails, messed up, made a mistake. While he was in there, he had a CNC certification. He reached out to one of our coordinators. We sat back and went, this guy is going to do a good job. His support system in place. He's going to do a wonderful job. Mm-hmm. So we're able to place him with a manufacturer over there in Bartholomew County, and we're really happy. The employer looked at him and said, what have we been waiting for with this guy? We need to get him on right away. So he's already started. He's passed his test. He's been coming in, every single day. He's been doing overtime. So he's one of our shining stars right now, even through this pandemic right now. So we're really excited about that.
And he's got to be one of many because, I know that your communications director, Dave Burson, always says it's the Department of Corrections, not the Department of Incarceration.
That's
and it's
correct.
important. These people sometimes are very young and immature when they go in, and they learn some life skills. They learn, they develop some maturity. And by the time they're ready to be released, maybe they deserve a second chance. Maybe they deserve somebody to take a chance on them. And you guys are willing to back them and say, yeah,
absolutely.
They deserve it.
Absolutely. Being an individual from even my own community here in Indianapolis, we have to take some accountability for, the citizens and residents around the area as well, too. And this helps me to be able to do that. That not only are they returning, but they're returning with money in their pocket. And that's important for me, for them to be able to contribute not only to their homes, contribute to themselves, but then also contribute as well to just to the overall area. So we're really happy about that.
And talk about not specific statistics, but the likelihood of somebody leaving the Department of Corrections with a job, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to leave and they're going to have a job versus somebody who just maybe didn't get into the program, didn't get the certifications, and they're just being released in general. Talk about maybe the chances that one of them is going to be more successful than the other.
The stats on that are clear. Individuals who have employment, their recidivism rate is low, 100% low. These individuals who come out and they don't have a job, they're not connected to their community, their barriers are running them, those are the ones that are going to come back. And that's what we hope to be able to do. And it's very important for us to get them quickly. So we talk with them on the inside. And when they get out, they still have to deal with us. We want to be sure we're in their face from point A to point B. So engagement quick and early, that's the remedy for success right there when it comes down to the recidivism rate and it comes down to individuals going back. So it's something where we jump on quickly to be sure that we're able to address these situations. And at the end of the day, these people are grown. They're here to make decisions as well, too, but we want them to make educated decisions. We want them to have opportunities available for them so that they can begin the process to say, hey, I have an opportunity, therefore I have a choice to change my life. So we want to be sure we're there front and center on that.
And you talked earlier about the importance of a good support system, and maybe some of these folks don't, but you want to be that support system, right? I mean, you have people in place to be that resource any time of the day or night. If they need help, you want to be the person they're calling.
100%. I have people right now that I have, placed over a year or so ago, and we still have monthly standing calls and emails that we just do a check-in. Hey, how you doing? Anything that I can work you out with? There's still people even not even from my area that I still pick up the phone and call to just see how they're doing. And that's always rewarding for them to let me know, hey, what you did for me really helped me to get X, Y, and Z, really helped me to get here. And that's important to me. That's important to all of our coordinators and our state team.
And is this program available across the state, or is it only in specific geographic
Available
locations?
across the state. We have coordinators across the state, a coordinator in every single correctional facility, and also parole office as well.
And any type of business or company that employs people, you guys would have conversations with them, am I correct?
Yes.
So if you
yes.
if you own a farm in Northwest Indiana and you're looking for a worker,
hit me up. We do corn, we do soy.
There we go. Yeah. So we just want to make sure that people don't feel like, this doesn't really fit my business or company. Mm-hmm. They might be surprised at what some of the certifications that these folks are getting. And you mentioned welding, and I know that's one of the really popular ones, but I've seen some pretty incredible woodworkers coming out and some other people that are just really have some great skills.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Right now, DOC puts their money where their mouth is. They've even sat back and went, hey, this guy has a skill right here. We want them to work for us. So DOC has been a wonderful example, but then they're also making sure that example is put out through the state as well, too. So you're absolutely right. There's people with skills that you wouldn't believe. We have business owners that have made mistakes as well, too, that are looking to get back in the job market. We have, like I've said before, CNC operators, computer coders that are now, coming out further in their education and also giving back on that standpoint. We have business tech, culinary arts. We have so many things there to offer, and our clients are taking advantage of that. They're just not sitting watching soap operas and eating bonbons. They're going to work. They are doing their certifications, and they're getting their education.
And that's great. And we really do appreciate the efforts, because it's important that we have these contributing members of society, that they have been corrected, that they have those support systems, and that people are willing to take a chance on them sometimes. And again, don't just look at it on paper and dismiss it right away. I'd encourage these companies to call you.
Absolutely.
And maybe, what if, and I only have a minute here, but real quickly, what if a business has somebody apply that they see is recently released from the DOC? Can they contact you as a resource?
Absolutely.
As a reference, maybe?
Absolutely. We're a state resource. We're free. We're here to help our businesses around the state, and this is what we're here for.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if you're having hesitations, I would encourage businesses, if you have that applicant that maybe has a convicted felony on their record, but reach out and ask. And even if they weren't part of the hire program, you're still a resource.
Still DOC. We'll take care of them.
So thank you to our guest, Michael Martin Drain from the Indiana Department of Corrections, for all the great information about the hire program. from our Department of Corrections. You've been tuned into the Indiana State Police Roadshow, brought to you by the Indiana State Police Alliance and Cops for Kids, a subsidiary of the State Police Alliance. We appreciate all of you tuning in. Thank you to Tom Trial for getting us on YouTube, and we will catch you next time.